Top 10 Low-Light Houseplants and How to Care for Them. Hello, plant lovers. Welcome back to Earthly Delights, the place where we celebrate the joy of greenery, whether it's in the comfort of your home or in the corners of your garden. If you're new, a lifelong plant enthusiast, and today, we're diving into a topic that so many of you have been curious about, low-light houseplants. Now, let's be real. Most of us don't live in spaces with perfect sunlight streaming in through every window. Maybe you're in a cozy apartment with just one window. Perhaps you've got that shadowy corner in your home that feels impossible to brighten up. Or maybe you're just someone who loves plants but doesn't want the hassle of constant upkeep. Sound familiar? If so, you're in the right place. Today, I'll be sharing my top 10 favorite low-light houseplants and, most importantly, how you can help them thrive in your home. These plants are not just survivors. They're game changers for anyone looking to transform dim spaces into lush, green havens. And trust me, you don't need to be a gardening expert to enjoy the magic of these plants. Whether you're a seasoned plant parent or just starting your green journey, there's something here for everyone. We'll talk about plants that are perfect for the busy bees who barely have time to water. Plants for those of you who live in apartments with north-facing windows. And even plants for those who simply want to add a touch of natural beauty to their lives. And yes, I'll be giving you all the care tips you need, watering schedules, humidity hacks, and even how to avoid the dreaded overwatering, because we've all been there. So, grab a cup of tea, settle into your favorite chair, and get ready to be inspired. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear idea of which plants will work for your space and how to keep them happy. And if you're anything like me, you might just want to run to the nearest plant shop to pick up a new green friend or 10. Before we get started, though, I have a small favor to ask. If you love learning about plants and want to grow your knowledge, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. That way, you'll never miss out on our weekly plant care tips, DIY ideas, and garden inspiration. Your support means the world to me and helps this channel grow, just like your plants will. All right, let's dive in and explore the wonderful world of low-light houseplants. All right, plant lovers, let's kick off our list with an absolute superstar, the snake plant, also known as Sansevieria or Dracaena trifasciata. If you've ever felt like you don't have a green thumb, this plant is here to prove you wrong. It's a true champion of resilience, making it perfect for anyone. From busy professionals who barely have time to water to first-time plant parents nervous about keeping something alive. What makes the snake plant so special? First off, it's incredibly low maintenance. This plant thrives on neglect, which means you can go weeks without watering it, and it will still look fabulous. It's also one of the best options for those dim corners or shadowy nooks in your home. While it can tolerate bright indirect light, it's perfectly happy in low light, making it ideal for apartments, offices, or even that corner in your bathroom that never seems to get much sun. But here's where it gets even better. It's not just a survivor. It's also a natural air purifier. That's right. NASA even included it in their famous study on indoor plants that improve air quality. The snake plant helps remove toxins like formaldehyde and benzene from the air. So it's not just pretty. It's working hard to make your space healthier. Now, when it comes to care, the snake plant couldn't be easier. The golden rule? Less is more. Let the soil dry out completely between waterings. Overwatering is the only thing that can harm this hardy plant. And if you're prone to forgetting your plants altogether, don't worry. The snake plant won't hold it against you. It's like the friend who never complains, no matter how long it's been since you last checked in. Styling tip: the snake plant's upright, architectural leaves make it a striking addition to any room. Try placing it in a sleek pot to highlight its bold structure, or group it with other plants to create a dynamic mix of textures. So, if you're looking for a plant that's stylish, hardworking, and practically indestructible, the snake plant is your new best friend. And trust me, once you add one to your home, you might find yourself wanting a few more. Next on our list is the stunning and ever-reliable ZZ plant, or Zamioculcas zamiifolia. Though let's be honest, ZZ plant is way easier to say. If you've ever walked into an office or a low-light apartment and admired a plant that looked impossibly shiny and healthy, Chances are it was this beauty. The ZZ plant is perfect for those of you who feel like you can't keep a plant alive. Maybe you're busy juggling work, school, or family life, and the idea of a high-maintenance plant makes you nervous. Or maybe you've been guilty of forgetting to water your plants for weeks, haven't we all? Whatever the case, the ZZ plant is here to save the day. This plant is a true minimalist. It thrives in neglect and can survive in almost any condition. Low light? No problem. Forget to water it? It'll forgive you. It even tolerates artificial lighting, making it ideal for windowless spaces like bathrooms or offices. It's glossy. Dark green leaves give it a polished, modern look that instantly elevates any space, whether it's a cozy apartment or a sleek workspace. Now, let's talk care. The ZZ plant is practically indestructible. But there's one thing you need to remember. Don't overwater it. It's thick. Tuberous roots store water, so it prefers to dry out completely between waterings. If you tend to be a little too loving with your watering can, consider this your gentle reminder to back off. Fun fact, like the snake plant, the ZZ plant is also an air purifier, helping to remove toxins from your home. So, not only is it low maintenance and gorgeous, but it's also working hard behind the scenes to keep your indoor environment clean and fresh. Styling tip: the ZZ plant looks great on its own or grouped with other low-light plants. Try placing it on a shelf or in a decorative pot to highlight its glossy leaves. It's a statement piece that doesn't demand much attention but gives so much in return. So, if you're looking for a plant that's basically the definition of set it and forget it, the ZZ plant is the one for you. It's stylish, forgiving, and perfect for those of us who need a little green in our lives without the stress. Moving on to our next low-light superstar. Let me introduce you to the elegant Philodendron McDowell. If you're someone who loves a touch of tropical luxury in your home but worries that your space doesn't have enough light, this plant might just be your perfect match. The Philodendron McDowell is a hybrid beauty, born from the cross between two stunning plants, Philodendron gloriosum and Philodendron pistazinum. Its large, velvety, heart-shaped leaves are a showstopper in any room, and its ability to adapt to shaded environments makes it a favorite among plant enthusiasts with less than ideal lighting conditions. Now, why should you love this plant? For starters, it's a crawler, not a climber, which means it grows horizontally across the soil, mimicking how it would grow along the forest floor in its natural habitat. This makes it ideal for low-light areas, as it doesn't need direct sunlight to thrive. In fact, bright, indirect light, or even medium to low light is just fine for this plant. Plus, it's surprisingly resilient, making it a great choice for plant parents who are still learning the ropes. When it comes to care, the Philodendron McDowell is refreshingly straightforward. Water it when the top inch of soil feels dry, and be sure to use well-draining soil to avoid root rot. It appreciates a little humidity, so misting it occasionally or placing it near a humidifier can help keep those gorgeous leaves looking their best. But don't worry, it's not overly fussy. What's even better, this plant is not just about beauty, it's about durability. Hybrid plants like the Philodendron McDowell often inherit resilience from their parent plants, making them less prone to pests and diseases. So, if you've ever struggled with finicky plants in the past, this one will be a breath of fresh air. Styling tip: give your Philodendron McDowell a spot where it can sprawl. A low, wide planter works perfectly, or you can let it drape over the edge of a shelf or table for a dramatic, cascading effect. Its velvety leaves make it an eye-catching centerpiece in any space. So, whether you're a seasoned plant collector or someone looking to add a statement plant to your collection, the Philodendron McDowell is a fantastic choice. Its tropical charm, easygoing nature, and adaptability make it a plant you'll fall in love with over and over again. Next up is a plant that's practically synonymous with low-light gardening, the Pothos, or Epipremnum Aureum. This plant is the ultimate all-rounder, and if you don't already have one in your collection, you're seriously missing out. The Pothos is a true classic, and it's easy to see why it's a favorite among plant lovers. It's incredibly versatile, thrives in almost any condition, and grows like a dream, even in those darker corners of your home where most plants would struggle. Whether you're a beginner just dipping your toes into the world of indoor gardening, or a seasoned plant parent looking for an easy addition to your collection, the pothos is always a safe bet. So, what makes the pothos so special? For starters, it's a fast grower. This vining plant can cascade beautifully from a hanging basket, climb up a trellis, or sprawl across a shelf. It's heart-shaped. Variegated leaves add a touch of greenery and brightness to any room, even in low-light areas. And the best part? It's incredibly forgiving. Forget to water it for a week? No problem. It'll bounce back like nothing happened. Now, let's talk care. The pothos loves low to medium indirect light, but it's surprisingly adaptable and can handle lower light levels with ease. Water it when the top inch of soil feels dry, but don't let it sit in soggy soil. This plant prefers to dry out between waterings. And if you're looking to encourage faster growth or enhance its variegation, give it a spot with slightly brighter indirect light. One of the reasons the pothos is so beloved is how easy it is to propagate. Just snip a cutting with a few leaves and nodes, pop it in water, and watch the roots grow. It's a great way to share your plant with friends or expand your collection without spending a dime. Styling tip: hang it in a macrame planter for a boho vibe, or let its vines drape down a bookshelf for a jungle-inspired look. It's lush. Trailing stems can instantly transform any space into a green sanctuary. If you're looking for a plant that's low maintenance, endlessly versatile, and guaranteed to bring life to your home, the pothos is a no-brainer. Trust me, once you have one, you'll find yourself wanting them in every room. All right, plant enthusiasts, let's talk about a true gem for low-light spaces, the Aglaonema, also known as the Chinese evergreen. If you're someone who loves bold colors and patterns but feels limited by the lighting in your home, this plant is here to prove that even low-light spaces can shine with vibrant beauty. The Aglaonema is like the stylish friend who always looks effortlessly put together. Its leaves come in a variety of colors and patterns, from deep greens to silvery hues and even shades of pink and red. This makes it a fantastic choice if you want to add a pop of color to your home without relying on bright light. It's also one of the easiest plants to care for, making it perfect for beginners or anyone who wants a no-fuss addition to their collection. What makes the Chinese evergreen a low-light superstar? This plant is incredibly adaptable and thrives in spaces with indirect or even minimal natural light. Whether it's a dimly lit corner, a shadowy office, or a north-facing room, the Aglaonema will still grow happily and look amazing while doing it. When it comes to care, the Aglaonema is as easygoing as they come. Keep the soil consistently moist but not soggy. Let it dry slightly between waterings to avoid overwatering. It's also not a fan of cold drafts, so keep it away from windows or doors that let in chilly air. One of its best features? The Aglaonema is surprisingly tolerant of occasional neglect. So if you're someone who sometimes forgets their watering schedule, this plant will forgive you. Styling tip: because of its striking foliage, the Aglaonema looks fantastic as a statement plant. Place it in a decorative pot to highlight its colorful leaves, or use it to brighten up a dull corner of your home. Its compact growth habit also makes it great for small spaces like desks or side tables. But the benefits don't stop at beauty. Like many of the plants on this list, the Chinese evergreen is also an air purifier. It's working quietly in the background to help remove toxins and improve the air quality in your home, making it a win-win for both aesthetics and health. So, if you're looking for a plant that combines show-stopping looks with low-maintenance care, the Aglaonema deserves a spot in your home. It's proof that even in the lowest light, your space can still sparkle with life and color. Next on our list is a plant that's as stunning as it is sophisticated, the Calathea orbifolia. If you're drawn to plants with bold, striking patterns, this one is bound to steal your heart. With its large, round leaves adorned with soft silvery stripes, the Calathea orbifolia is like living art for your home, perfect for adding an elegant touch to any space. But here's the best part. While its dramatic appearance might make it look high maintenance, this plant is surprisingly well suited for lower light environments. In the wild, Calatheas are native to the understories of tropical forests, where they grow in shaded, humid conditions. This makes them a great choice for homes with indirect light or spaces where direct sunlight is hard to come by. Now, let's talk care. Because the Calathea orbifolia does have a few preferences. This plant loves humidity, so if you live in a dry climate, consider using a humidifier or placing a tray of water near the plant to boost moisture in the air. It also prefers consistently moist soil, but be careful not to overwater. Let the top inch of soil dry slightly before watering again. And one more tip, avoid using tap water, as Calatheas can be sensitive to the minerals in it. Filtered or distilled water is ideal to keep those gorgeous leaves looking their best. Styling tip, the Calathea orbifolia is a statement plant, so let it shine. Place it in a decorative pot and give it a prominent spot in your living room or bedroom. Its bold foliage pairs beautifully with minimalist decor, creating a calming, spa-like vibe. Now, a quick note for beginners. This plant can be a little more finicky than some of the others on this list. If you're new to indoor gardening, don't be discouraged. Once you get the hang of its care routine, the Calathea orbifolia will reward you with lush, healthy growth and those mesmerizing patterned leaves. So, if you're looking to elevate your indoor garden with a touch of tropical elegance, the Calathea orbifolia is an absolute must-have. It's proof that even in low light, your plant collection can be both vibrant and luxurious. Let's keep the list going with a plant that's both elegant and unexpectedly low maintenance, the Ficus Alii, also known as the banana leaf fig. If you're looking to add a bit of height and sophistication to your indoor jungle, this plant is a fantastic choice. Its slender, elongated leaves give it a unique texture that sets it apart from more traditional ficus varieties like the fiddle leaf fig. The Ficus alii is a great pick for anyone who loves the look of a tree-like plant but doesn't want the stress of constant care. It's surprisingly adaptable to lower light conditions, making it a wonderful addition to homes with indirect sunlight or even moderately dim rooms. Unlike some of its fussier relatives, this ficus is much more forgiving, which makes it a popular choice for both beginners and experienced plant parents. When it comes to care, the Ficus alii is straightforward. It prefers to be watered when the top inch or two of soil is dry. But like most plants, it doesn't appreciate sitting in soggy soil, so make sure your pot has good drainage. It's not overly demanding about humidity, but it will appreciate a little extra moisture in the air, especially during the winter months when indoor heating can make things dry. And here's a tip. Rotate the plant every few weeks to ensure even growth, as it naturally reaches for the light. Styling tip, the banana leaf fig's tall, upright form makes it perfect for corners or as a centerpiece in a larger room. Pair it with a sleek, modern pot to highlight its elegant silhouette, or use it as a backdrop to complement smaller plants in your collection. One thing to keep in mind is that, like other ficus plants, the Ficus alii can occasionally drop leaves when it's adjusting to a new environment or experiencing changes in lighting or watering. Don't panic. This is totally normal, and once it settles in, it will bounce back with healthy new growth. So, whether you're looking to add a touch of greenery to a shadowy corner or want a plant that feels like a little indoor tree, the Ficus alii is a fantastic choice. Its graceful, understated beauty and easygoing nature make it a must-have for anyone building a thriving low-light plant collection. Now, let's talk about a plant that's as fascinating as it is easy to care for, the Hoya Carnosa compacta, also known as the wax plant. If you've ever dreamed of having a plant with glossy, cascading vines that look like they belong in a botanical garden, this one's for you. The Hoya Carnosa compacta is perfect for anyone who loves unique textures and minimal maintenance, a true win-win for plant enthusiasts. What makes this plant such a standout? Its curly, waxy leaves grow along thick vines, giving it an almost sculptural appearance. This makes it an instant conversation starter in any room. But the best part? The wax plant thrives in lower light conditions, which means you can place it on a shelf, a hanging basket, or even a desk away from direct sunlight, and it will still reward you with its striking beauty. When it comes to care, the Hoya Carnosa compacta is wonderfully forgiving. It prefers bright, indirect light, but is perfectly happy in low-light spaces as well, making it a great choice for apartments or offices. Water it sparingly, This plant stores water in its thick leaves and doesn't like soggy soil. In fact, overwatering is one of the few ways to upset this resilient beauty. So let the soil dry out completely between waterings. And here's a bonus, if you're patient. The wax plant might even surprise you with clusters of fragrant, star-shaped flowers. These blooms are a stunning reward for your care and add an extra touch of magic to an already enchanting plant. Styling tip: the Hoya Carnosa compacta is ideal for hanging planters, where its vines can trail gracefully down. You can also train it along a trellis or let it spill over a shelf for a lush, cascading effect. Its waxy foliage pairs beautifully with other tropical plants, creating a rich, layered look in your indoor garden. Whether you're a seasoned plant parent or just starting out, the Hoya Carnosa compacta is a fantastic addition to any collection. Its unique appearance, low maintenance care, and potential for flowering make it a plant you'll never regret bringing home. Now, here's a plant with personality. Meet the Maranta Fascinator, better known as the prayer plant. If you're looking for a low-light plant that's not only beautiful but also interactive, this one is sure to delight you. Why interactive, you ask? The prayer plant gets its name from its unique behavior. Its leaves open wide during the day to soak up light and fold upward at night, as if in prayer. It's like having a plant with its own little routine. The Maranta Fascinator is perfect for anyone who loves plants with eye-catching patterns. Its oval-shaped leaves are decorated with striking red veins and green patches, creating a design that almost looks painted. It's a showstopper in any room, especially in spaces where you need to brighten up a low-light area with a pop of color and texture. Now, while the prayer plant thrives in low light, it does have a few care preferences. It loves humidity, so if your home is on the drier side, consider misting it regularly or using a humidifier. When it comes to watering, this plant likes its soil to stay consistently moist, but not soggy. Let the top layer of soil dry slightly before watering, and be mindful of using distilled or filtered water, as the Maranta can be sensitive to chemicals in tap water. Here's one tip to keep it happy. Place your prayer plant in a spot with indirect light, as direct sunlight can scorch its delicate leaves. It's a low-light plant, after all, so a cozy corner or a spot near a shaded window is just perfect. Styling tip: the Maranta's vibrant, patterned foliage makes it a fantastic centerpiece for coffee tables, side tables, or even a plant shelf. Pair it with neutral pots to let its colors shine, or mix it with other tropical plants for a bold and dramatic display. If you're someone who enjoys plants that are visually stunning and full of character, the Maranta Fascinator is an excellent choice. Its unique movements, low light tolerance, and striking appearance make it a plant you'll fall in love with every time you see it. Finally, let's talk about a plant that combines beauty, resilience, and adaptability: the golden dragon philodendron. If you're looking for a low-light plant that can make a statement with its bold foliage while requiring minimal effort, this one is a true winner. The golden dragon philodendron is native to the tropical forests of South America, where it grows under the canopy of larger trees. This means it's naturally suited to thrive in lower light conditions, making it an excellent choice for dim corners or rooms with indirect sunlight. Its large, glossy green leaves with splashes of golden variegation are a show-stopping feature, adding a touch of the tropics to your home. What makes this plant particularly special is its adaptability. While it grows faster and produces more dramatic variegation in brighter light, it's perfectly happy to grow at a slower pace in low-light environments. It's also incredibly hardy, resistant to common issues like sudden changes in humidity or temperature. Whether you're a new plant parent or someone with a house full of greenery, the golden dragon is sure to fit right in. In terms of care, this philodendron is as low maintenance as they come. Water it when the top inch of soil feels dry, and make sure the pot has proper drainage to avoid waterlogged roots. While it doesn't demand high humidity, a little extra moisture in the air can help it thrive, especially in drier climates. Styling tip: the golden dragon philodendron's large, sculptural leaves make it a perfect floor plant. Place it in a decorative pot in your living room or bedroom to create a tropical centerpiece. If space is tight, let it climb up a moss pole or trellis for a striking vertical display. This plant is also great for anyone who loves a little flexibility, whether you want it to grow as a compact bush or train it as a climber. The golden dragon adapts to whatever space you give it, and with its forgiving nature, it's hard to go wrong with this beauty. So, if you're ready to bring a little piece of the jungle into your home, the golden dragon philodendron is the perfect way to end this list. Its bold look, low light tolerance, and carefree attitude make it a plant you'll treasure for years to come. And there you have it, 10 incredible low-light houseplants that can transform even the darkest corners of your home into a lush, green oasis. Whether you're just starting your plant journey or you're a seasoned plant parent looking to expand your collection, these plants prove that you don't need perfect lighting to create a thriving indoor jungle. Low-light plants are more than just decor. They're your silent companions, purifying your air, calming your mind, and bringing life to your space. They're perfect for busy professionals, small apartment dwellers, and anyone looking for a touch of nature in their home without the stress of constant care. So, what's next? It's time to pick your favorite plant, or maybe a few, and start building your low-light collection. Remember, every plant has its own personality, and part of the joy is finding the ones that feel right for your home and lifestyle. And don't worry if you've had trouble with plants before. Each of the beauties on this list is forgiving, adaptable, and ready to thrive with a little love and attention. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these plants are you most excited to try? Do you already have a favorite low-light plant in your collection? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing your plant stories and tips. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about how to care for plants, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Earthly Delights. Hit that notification bell so you'll never miss a new video. We've got so much more plant inspiration, tips, and tricks coming your way. Thank you for spending time with me today. And remember, no matter the lighting, there's a plant out there waiting to bring some green magic into your life. Until next time, happy planting and stay inspired.